Well, until tomorrow morning when I leave to cross the channel, it's definitely time for me to show you my small 27-foot wooden home. So here's my interior. There's a couple of seats forward. Got a small 4-peak which I just use for hanging clothes and keeping things off the boat, so it's nice and neat and tidy. Shelves up the side, keep all my books and various things in. I've put this hanging rail of clothes, compression post, and of course my guitar and a load of box sets for those longer night crossings. I'm going to have shelves on the other side, keeping all bits and bobs in, place to hang your hats. Need to do some laundry soon. As soon as there's more hangers than clothes, you know you're running out of clothes. But I use a 4-peak as a hanging locker now. So construction of the boat, well, you can see the one each teak and the oak stringers, and then on top of them is another 1/2 inch of teak, so it's almost like double skinned. I mean, the chain plates are bolted to the teak as well, so they're just bulletproof. Hasn't leaked very much since I left. There's no cracks in the freeboard paintwork, so it's all holding together pretty well at the moment. Main thing is, instead of having the 2 single beds either side, I've flipped them round and I've made what I would call a small double bed. I mean, if you spend 8 hours a day in it and a couple more days lounging in the daytime out of the sun and the rain and the wind, whatever, it's a very, very comfortable place to sleep. A couple of clocks on my barometer, and that's in the fore part of the boat. I've got a little hook on backrest which I just basically, it's just like a back support for when I'm sitting up in bed, basically reading, you know, playing on a computer, reading books, reading my Kindle, reading my pilot books, reading my charts. So that's pretty much it. Try and keep it as neat and tidy as possible. There's loads of storage space underneath the bed. The whole underneath the bed is just full of boxes of stuff. All my food, or some food, is underneath there. Other food, including loads of tinned fish, go in the drawers underneath the cooker. A big fan of tinned fish, as you see. I have no idea what to put on passage, basically, so I thought, yeah, let's, you know, bit of protein, it's easy to store. On the other side of the cooker, I've got a cool box at the back of that. 3 big plastic easy wipe containers with crockery, pans, and I think on the right, called condiments, aren't they? Salt and pepper and oil and the like, and it's all wedged in so it doesn't move. Big cool box which I intend to pack with ice when I get to sunnier climes, and a couple of smaller boxes inside to stop it all sloshing around. It's a pretty sizable box, so it should, once it's full of ice, seals well, it should do the job. I have special bags for smelly cheese, because you don't want cheese on a boat not without being wrapped by a bag. So yeah, big enough to hold all I need, I guess. So I got these in the supermarket. Huge big bag of frozen fish.
So I'll make some sort of fish stew with that tonight, but using proper fish. So there's that goes in there. And a load of green beans. So that will go in too. We'll get that made tonight.
So in between the bed and the cool box, and below the big windows which I get to look out of when I'm cooking things and washing up, also acts as like a wheelhouse really in the daytime. When I sit on the bed you can see out. But the sink has a little sliding glass board there, so good workspace, chopping board when you need it, and a sink when you need the sink, so that works really well. And then underneath the sink, as ever, just the usual gubbins. I got a 20-litre water tank there and a hose with a funnel on for putting a hose pipe in when I'm in a marina, or I've got 30 10-litre water cans all spread around the boat, and they just get poured to fill the 20 when it's half full. 300 litres is 300 kilos, which is a lot of ballast. So that's the sink, and when I want to wash my face and hands and stuff, I put that inside and it does the job. Tap is just the most basic whale pump tap, but you know, all the washing of the dishes I do with salt water, so very simple water system, not going to break down that much. And opposite the sink is the cooker and a bit more workspace. I use a kettle when I'm in marinas, or just a gas kettle when I'm at sea. Another work surface there when I'm not cooking, so in the sunshine I don't think I'll be using any of the burners, so a lot of workspace. So old cooker, I guess I could invest in a nice new stainless steel one at some point, but I'll see how hot it is in, you know, Spain and beyond. I'm sure I'm not going to light the burners on the equator, so just nice chopping boards either side, and the usual cutlery in the top drawer with all the other bits and bobs. Cans in the middle and the bottom drawer. They rattle around a bit. I don't know how to solve that. Drive you a bit nuts in the night when it's a bit swelly, but I'll some rubber matting or something, I don't know. So that's the cooker opposite the sink. So it all works well. Standing headroom either side, just about 5'10". Lots of workspace. And I got solar lights all around the boat, really quite neat. They just charge themselves up in the daytime with the light inside the boat. You can turn it on and off at the back. And they do really well, so I just don't use any electricity on lighting. So my power comes from two solar panels. One's 70 watt, one's 50, so 120 watts of solar panels. The bottom one, the 50 one, it's movable, so I can rest it on the side and put it perpendicular towards the sun either side. They all feed into a regulator here, which keeps them all nicely charged at like 13.2, and you can, there's loads of different settings that you can have on that. And they go to two 110 amp hour batteries separate, because I ran out of auto helm power one night and I never want to do that again. So I've got one for the auto helm, and one for the computer and phone and shaver and all the other important but not as important as keeping your auto helm powered. So that works really well. I can charge everything up. I've got 2 computers, 2 phones, my sat nav, GPS, and it all gets charged really well. I can't say I've ever been a big fan of these gong bells on these cardinals. Which sounded a little sad and melancholic. And you hear it at night when you can't see them, they're pretty spooky. Yeah, right. Just gonna go through this fleet of ships at anchor. Nobody needs them or loves them anymore. So this is my first true night passage. I just wish it wasn't across the English Channel. It is a 76% moon, but, and the books say that makes it brighter, but it is so very dark. I'm ghosting along with a mainsail up, those gong bells in the background. I really can't see anything in front of me. It's just like sailing into the abyss. And I've only got another 8 hours of this. It's truly, truly terrifying. You do wonder if you're truly alone out here. I mean, are there others around you? Or are you just on your own and going around the world? There's hundreds of nights like this, I guess. Better get used to it, I guess. And I guess this is an opportunity for me to invite those who want to follow my whole round the world trip to click subscribe. It seems we either live or die on that button these days. But to be honest, it really would make a huge difference to feeling like I'm not totally alone out here in my quest to seek a more inspired life. So that would be great if you could. Thank you.